Hello, my name is Viharaa Jayasinghe and this is the 14th episode of my e-commerce web application project. And in this video, I will be mainly focusing on the programming part of the product updating process. So let's go to my web browser so we can see our web application. So here we are in the home page and I'm currently logged in. Let's go to my products page. So these are the products that I'm going to sell now. And I want to update this product. Let's click update, and as you can see, some drop downs and text fields are disabled, and we can only change the title, product quantity, delivery cost, the delivery cost within Colombo and out of Colombo, the description, and the images. So let's change them. I will remain. You can see this is the current image. That's why it's in the project, and let's change it. Let's open them, and these are the images that I'm going to update with, and see what happens to this image. Let's update our product, and as you can see, we got redirected to the my products page, and let's see whether our image is still available. As you can see, it's not in. We have our new 3 images, and even our database has received the images. Let's see. So as you can see, the previous image has been excluded. Now the image ID, our image ID has the new 3 images. So let's see the coding part related to this, so we can get a better idea about the programming. So let's firstly go to our myproducts.php file. It's the file that sends the ID of that specific product to the server side. Access that specific user's email using the existing session, and then as you can see, we send the ID to this function, so this parameter. So you can see it's in the JavaScript, the send ID function. So in the parameter list, you can see the ID, and we have sent it to the send ID process.php file using an Ajax object in get method. So let's go to our send ID process.php file. Here is the file, and as you can see, we have once again derived the specific user's email using the session, and we have assigned it to $email, and we have even assigned that specific product's ID to $PID, and using those data we have used them as a condition, and we have derived the data of the product, the specific product. And then we have calculated the number of rows of this result. If the result is equal to 1, if the number of rows of that result is equal to 1, that means it should be 1 actually. And then we select that row, and that row is assigned to session P, and then we echo success, and that response is received by the send ID function. And if the product num is not equal to 1, we get to see this actually. So if we come to our script.js file once again, when we receive the response success, we get redirected to the update product page, my product page, come to update product.php file. You can see we have checked whether there's a user, whether there's values in the session, and however we can change the quantity, and that's why we have given the id q. We can change the title, that's why we have given id. We cannot change the condition, we have disabled them. We have disabled the color. We can change the quantity, that's why we have given id once again. And we cannot change the unit price, however we can change the delivery cost, as you saw. That's why we have given separate ids for within Colombo and out of Colombo. And we can change the description, that's why we have given an id for the text area. And for the images, we have given IDs as well. You can see we have assigned an array to the image, and for the we have assigned default images for the image array. This is the first index and the second and the third index. We search all data in the product image table using the specific product's ID as a condition, and we check the number of rows from that result. And using a for loop, we select each row, and we get the image path. From that selected images data, we get the path and assign it to this array. This changes, this is the index, so yes. And after that, this is the button we use to upload our images. And this is the button we use to update our product. So after clicking this button, we activate this function, update product function. So we activate this function. Let's go to JavaScript. So update product function, and as you can see, we have accessed the IDs and we have assigned it to these respective variables, and we have append those data. We even append the images, the 3 images, using a for loop, so we can access each image. We have appended using I, and we have used an ajax object. Those append data is sent in post method using an ajax object to update product process.php file. Is this, and once again we have made a connection. So we can make a connection with the database as we are using queries, an update query, insert query, and a delete query. So once again you can see we have assigned the data that we have received from the JavaScript to these variables, and those variables are the values that we use to update our product. So this is the update query, and we update the title, update the quantity, update the delivery cost within Colombo, delivery cost out of Colombo, and the description, and those using this condition, the specific product's ID. And after that we echo this so that response is received by the JavaScript. So when it receives the response, that's why we got redirected to the my products page. So these are the images, and size of helps us to get the number of indexes in that specific array, so number of images in the image array, and if the length is equal or less than 3 and greater than 0, this get executed. So yes, and when so these are the extensions allowed, and we select the data of the product image using the product ID once again, and we get the number of rows of that uh, result. It can be 301. It can be 301 actually. So when we select those, select that specific ID's images, existing images, we select them, select one by one or select one by one and delete them from the project as well as from the database. So this unlink function allows us to delete a file from the project. So yes, and then we have to insert our new images. So once again we use a for loop, and this is the I that we use to append our images. So and we change our existing extension to the following, and we rename our file name like this, and we insert our new image or images. We use the specific product's ID and the new file name. So that would be the end of the 14th episode of my e-commerce web application project, and thank you for stopping by, and once again thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Thank you.